Hey everyone! Many of you have asked me to do a video to show my TV room that I talk about all the time, so I thought today would be a good time for that. So come along with me. What you're looking at right now is sort of a little hallway that goes directly into my TV room. And because it's connected to the TV room, it has the same kind of theme and decoration as the TV room does. So what you're looking at right now is one of my prized possessions. You know, I talk about this guy's name's Joe Bob Briggs. He's a movie critic, and he does a show on Shudder, which is a horror exclusive channel that you can purchase. It's kind of a premium channel that's an extension of Amazon. And anyway, he does kind of B scary horror movies. And we went to a horror convention this summer, my husband and I, and we met him, which was super thrilling to me. And so we got this poster, and this poster says, "To John and Laura, truly a drive-in couple," and it's signed by Joe Bob Briggs. So for us, this is a super big deal. So I had this professionally framed and put in the hallway here. So it's kind of in the entryway into the room. If you flip over here, before we go into the room, same convention where I got that, we met Tom Savini, and Tom Savini did all the special effects for the first Friday the 13th, the original, and he's also done a lot of special effects for a lot of other films as well. He was not as personable as we had hoped he would be, but we were glad to get his signature and to be able to hang that in the hallway. So yes, I do have a Friday the 13th poster hanging in my little hallway here right outside the movie room. If you look up at top, I've got my cinema sign saying, "Hey, you're walking into a cinema," quote unquote. People always laugh about this. I'll shut the door and then reopen it. So my bathroom's right outside, and on the door I've got a male-female sign for restroom to make it look more like it's a movie theater. Purchased that online. I always get a lot of comments about that. When you walk in the bathroom, you can see that I created, it's this door always comes open. I didn't create, but I chose a shower curtain that's kind of ruffled, so it kind of looks like a movie curtain, if you will, which I thought was kind of cool. I'm just going to kind of whip around. You can see up at the top, I've got my popcorn box and my skull. This is kind of funny. In a lot of old-timey movie theaters, they would have mints in the bathroom for their patrons. So I have a basket of mints back there. Panning over to the sink. I forget what they call these things. Pop something. I can't remember. I don't know what it's called. But anyway, this is supposed to be like a Ghostbusters thing that we have sitting on the sink. And then up above on the side, this is a signed picture by Dee Wallace. She's the lady on the right of E.T. If you've seen the movie E.T., she's the mom in E.T., and she was also at that convention, so she signed a picture to us. She said that Steven Spielberg took this picture of her and E.T. When they wrapped on the film. Apparently all the actors got to have their picture taken with E.T., so that's pretty cool. And then up above I've got a little sign that says, "Please remain seated for the entire performance," you know, like it's a movie theater bathroom. Kind of the big draw in this room as I pan over, sorry you can kind of see the lights in this, it's a pretty huge poster. It's an original Creepshow poster. I don't know if you've seen the movie Creepshow. If you haven't, it's like little vignettes, a series of short stories, some which are written by Stephen King. Stephen King's actually in one of the short stories. And George Romero, who's a big horror name, was also a part of this. But it's an original Creepshow poster. Kind of pricey, kind of a big deal. You can see, I don't know if you can see because of the light glare, but, oh, my door's opening because Miss Hazel's coming in. Anyway, you can see kind of the creases in the middle, and that's because it was an original poster. It's from the 80s. It's a little beat up, a little worn for wear, but it's pretty cool. And so we framed that, and that's kind of the main focal poster in the room. So anyway, that's the bathroom. Oh, and I forgot to show you this. This is important. So we hung this, so again, so it looks like a public bathroom. So when you wash your hands, you can pull from this dispenser and pull out the towels, which I think is a nice little touch. And people are usually not expecting it when they come in. Okay, Hayes, you're in the way, my dear. All right, she'll figure this out. Let me get her out of the bathroom. Pause, please. Come on, silly girl. Come on. You gotta get out of the bathroom. Hey, we're recording. You're holding up the record. Pups. Okay, so here we're walking into the room, and I'm gonna kind of go left to right, and then I'll pan the whole room for you. But when you first walk in, this is probably my favorite corner of the room. I've got this foam mummy body that's sitting here that I bought at a craft store. But I really like my little shelves with my candy. I've got my little foam hot dog and hamburger. We call them Frank and Bunny. Haha. My little old-timey intermission dancing soda, popcorn, fudge bar sign. And we actually keep candy on that shelf as well. So it's displayed like you would be at a movie theater. This is a tray that has a picture of an old Frankenstein film on it. Up above, we've got a big sign that says drive-in. And then you'll notice a Christmas tree. It's one of those aluminum Christmas trees. And we just leave it in here because this room's kind of kitschy and silly. And it gives us kind of some fun lights in here. And we just leave it up all year long. So there's my aluminum all year Christmas tree. And then you'll see I've got the big creature from the Black Lagoon. We like the old Universal monster movies as well, and these are kind of classics. So we liked that look in this room. And then I'll just pan over real quick. You'll notice I have all black curtains. And here's my newer poster, Attack of the Crab Monsters. Great poster, not such a great movie. And then here are our movie chairs. We have two of them. One for myself, one for my husband. They're pretty cool too. They're very comfortable. They're electric chairs. They've got the cup holders. Also, the arms open up for storage. And they're electric, so you can push them back. You just push the button. Kind of like being at the actual movie theater. And you can also see it has a section for you to charge, like a charging station built into the actual chair, which is pretty cool. I gotta admit, I'm pretty spoiled by that. As you pan around the room, we've got more curtains, a table. You can see I got my diffuser going and a little bit of Easter up in here, if you will. And then we get to more curtains, and we get to my gray velvet couch. This thing feels amazing. In old movie theaters, a lot of times they would have like red velvet, black velvet, gray velvet couches. So I loved finding this. The good news is it looks good and it feels good when you touch it. Bad news is it's not super comfortable. Definitely not a sleeping couch, for sure, to be sure. As you pan around, you can see I've got some blankets and pillows for hanging out. And then we've got more curtains behind the actual television. So it makes it look like a movie theater. And you can kind of also see that we've got the backlighting behind the television. We got the speaker up top, which kind of helps, makes it look cool. And then as you come around this way, I've got my big everything shelf with all my DVDs on it. See, I got a werewolf sign up there, a Jason mask, some Bob's Burgers, little pop art things my husband bought, some books. Here's my Count Chocula Frankenberry and Boo Berry stuffed animals that I thought were so cool at the convention that I picked up. So that's kind of that. Hills Have Eyes. Don't know if you ever saw that movie. It's a famous horror movie. We got the signature from that guy when we were there at the convention. And then we've got our theater sign when you walk in. So if I pan it, when you walk in, it just looks like this. But I spend a ton of time in here, hanging out, watching crazy, scary, silly stuff. And yeah, that kind of does it for my movie room. So hey, I hope you enjoyed the tour. Hope you're finding some fun things to watch. I don't know if you can see on my TV, but it looks like I'm currently watching some SpongeBob SquarePants. And yeah, that's what I got going on for today. So that concludes my movie tour. Hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you soon.